All right, this next problem here is a fun one, and it's going to be kind of the format you'll be a lot more familiar with as we're going through all these problems, but it's a really good example problem. Here we go. Calculate Ka from the pH. That's like the target what we're going after. A student prepares a 0.0, yeah, I'll rewrite it. 0.10 molarity solution of, I believe this is formic acid, HCOOH, with a pH equal to 2.38. All right, so we have the pH. We want to calculate the Ka value. What we know is this is a weak acid. It's not one of those 7 we've listed in the very beginning of our lectures. There's only 7 you have to worry about as far as being strong. Everything else, as far as we're concerned, is weak. So just things to think about. We know the pH. What is the Ka after equilibrium? I'm going to grab a new sheet here and start over there. All right, so the fact that we list, like, we're trying to figure out what is equilibrium, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to write a Rice table. I know what the equation is, HCOOH, and it is going to act as an acid. This is a carboxylic acid, so this is actually the hydrogen we're losing here. So H plus HCOO minus. Now, as far as things that we have here, I know the initial concentration. It told that to me in the very beginning. I'm not going to write molarities down. Typically, when I'm doing these tables, initial concentrations, equilibrium concentrations, unless otherwise stated, and sometimes it is, we're going to think of these as being molarities. So starting off, I know the concentration of this. Initially, these are 0. But then I have to kind of figure out, well, what are these other numbers that I'm going to be looking at here? Well, I know what the pH is. It told me the pH was 2.38. So if I do one of these, the E of the pH value, which happened to be 2.38, that will tell me what the concentration of the hydrogen ion concentration is at equilibrium. That's the pH. I know it. So if I know this at equilibrium, that is the hydrogen ion concentration. So this is a little bit of problem solving that we haven't done in the past so much, and we're bringing that into play right here. So if you haven't, this is all kind of wild and doesn't make sense, start having it make sense. We're going to start doing it now. So for the fact that I didn't have this to begin with and I'm at equilibrium, this is my pH value. Where did it come from? It had to come from the only reactant. And because the stoichiometry, a 1-to-1 relationship, if it came over itself, that means an equal portion of it must also be here. So this value must also be the same. Now, just to be clear, if there was a 2 out in front, this value would be twice the amount because of the stoichiometry. I would just do some stoich, and therefore I'd get this value there. Now, just to fill in the rest of the table here so I can see what's going on, these values, I'm going to write the whole thing in, were added. And if they were added to this side, that means they were subtracted from this side. Now, many times we kind of cheat what I should do is write on my calculator very easily. I can take this and subtract from here and get a value. But if you take a look at this, it's pretty small. It's a really small number. So a lot of times we kind of like, yeah, whatever. It's close enough. It's about the same. We will look and check it. I know some of you are probably getting a little upset right now, but we will actually go in and do a check on this shortly, I think. I don't remember. I'll find out. So now I'm to the point where I can actually solve this equation. I have all the equilibrium values. So just so I can see it, I'm going to write this out. And now I'll just actually put in the values, 4.2 times 10 to the negative 3 squared over 0.1. And that answer will end up being 1.8 times 10 to the negative 4. And that is the answer for that particular problem. Now, we can go one step further for this particular problem, just so we have a little more familiarity with it, and say, well, what is the percent ionization? And we can calculate this based on these values up here. So I know that this is the amount that ionized off from the original amount. We want a percent that ionized from the original. So we will simply say 4.2 times 10 to negative 3 divided by the original concentration. And I want it as a percentage, so I'll multiply it times 100%. And the answer you get is 4.2%. Now, one of the reasons we did this is to show that if this value ever exceeds 5%, then that's a little too large for me to be going around ignoring this value. We will run into some scenarios here where we're going to have to go back and do some heavier math, but normally we just say, assume it is negligible, the amount that ionizes off. But in this case, we were justified in ignoring that amount because it was only 4.2%. No big deal. All right, let's do another example. Using Ka to find the pH. So it's a little bit backwards. And I'm just kind of restating the same. Well, this is the actual problem. Calculate the pH of a 0.2 molarity hydrogen cyanide solution. I have to get some information out of the back of the book. So I have to go to Appendix D and find the value of equilibrium Ka value for hydrogen cyanide. If I look up hydrogen cyanide in the back of the book, Appendix D, I will find the equilibrium value for hydrogen cyanide is 4.9 times 10 to the negative 10. All right, now just so I can see everything and how it's going to play out, we're going to make a rice table. Of course we're going to make a rice table. Setting this up, I see HCN, H plus CN minus. Initially, I have a concentration, 0.20. I don't have any to begin with. How much comes off? What is my equilibrium values? I don't know. So I'm going to simply say about that much, some unknown amount. And an equal some unknown amount is found on the right-hand side. So therefore, these values end up here. And as far as what I would assume came off, it's really insignificant. It doesn't really put a dent into that original amount here. So I'm going to assume it's about that much. All right, now I'm going to go in and set up my Ka problem. And I'll say x squared products over my reactants is equal to 4.9 times 10 to the negative 10. If I go through and do the math, X is equal to 9.9 times 10 to the -6 molarity. And again, because this is X, find pH. So if I have this concentration, it is X, I can go in and do negative log of that value. And if I do negative log, the pH is equal to 5.0. There it is. Done.